morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. I'm going to be going through a lovely practice today. It's going to be about a 25-minute gentle yoga flow. Just for some energy, maybe some centering, some peace, some recalibration of our mind. So join me in a moment. But first, I just want to share this awesome scripture for you, because in the Gospel of John, Jesus is actually praying for us. He's praying for the people that are already believers in his time, and he's also praying for the future believers, and that's us. And he says to his Father in heaven, may they be brought to complete unity, to let the world know that you sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. He's talking about unity, and in this world, we need unity. So I'm praying for that today, that may we be brought to complete unity, to let the world know that God sent Jesus here down on earth and has loved us, that Christ has loved us even as his Father has loved him. So that's a lot of love for us to know that Christ loves us as much as his Father, as God the Father loves him. What an amazing example of unity. And Jesus prayed that prayer for us, so I pray that same prayer for us today, that we may be brought to complete unity and love each other the way God would like us to love each other. So in that prayer, dear God, thank you for bringing us together, either virtually now or at some time in the future. And I ask you to bless all of those participating in this practice, and our families, and our intentions, and our worries, and our anxieties, God. Help us to remember to give them to you, because you promised to take them, because in your perfect peace, you know what's best for us. Amen. So we'll start today in a standing position. And you know, the great thing about yoga is it really helps us to align our bodies. They say that people actually get an inch or so taller when they practice yoga, because it's all about lifting through the crown of the head, out of the cradle of the neck. And so stand in mountain pose, but stand here mindfully, grounding with your feet into the mat, lifting through, creating some space in your spinal cord, and beginning to breathe. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, really listening to your breath as it moves down into your lungs, expanding your lungs. And going back through, exhaling, layering in that oceanic breathing that's called Ujjayi breathing, but really it's just purposeful, loud breathing that allows you just to focus on the life-giving breath. And in gratitude, accepting that breath and exhaling. Inhale, send your arms overhead, look up, fill up. Then exhale, take your right hand, grasp onto your left wrist and give it a tug. Gaze might go up here. Enjoying that side body stretch. Inhale, look up, fill up. And exhale, other side, left wrist, right wrist, left hand, look up. And inhaling to center, taking a deep breath here. Exhale, palms through heart center, just diving all the way down now, forward fold. Then bend your knees as much as you can so that your belly is really attached to your upper thighs. And see if you could find the floor here. So as much as you need to bend your knees. And then send the crown of your head down. Make your head heavy. And see if you could straighten your legs. Or just begin to straighten your legs and feel that hamstring stretch. Inhaling deeply. And exhale, increase that stretch. Now inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. And exhale, forward fold. inhale, rise up, keep your knees bent, take it all the way up, straighten your legs now, and mountain pose. And once again, right hand, left wrist, give it a tug. We're flowing here. Inhale to look up and fill up, grab opposite wrist. Exhale, other side. Inhale, look up, fill up. And exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and send your left foot back. Drop that knee and stop in a runner's lunge here. And see if you can come up on that right leg, really giving that left hip flexor a great stretch. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can deepen that stretch. Maybe put a back bend in here, maybe stay right here, but just enjoying that lovely hip flexor stretch. And inhale, place your hands down so that you're framing that right foot and send that right leg back. And now you're in a tabletop position. So your arms are like pillars with your elbows stacked beneath your shoulders, your wrists stacked beneath your elbows, and you're pushing the mat away while you're knitting your abs in and up here. And on the inhale, drop your belly, gaze goes forward, cow pose. And on the exhale, round your back, scoop out your abs. Head goes heavy again, cat. Inhale, dropping your belly, gaze is forward, cow. Exhale, rounding at your back, scooping out your abs, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. This is such a good flow, the sequence here as you move with your breath, and cat, cow, keep going. And listen to your breath, really inhaling deeply in your cow pose and exhaling completely in your cat pose. And then come to a neutral spine here. And so on the inhale, curl your toes under and send your hips up high, releasing your heels to the mat. They don't have to touch. And enjoying your first downward facing dog. So spread all 10 of your fingers, pushing the mat away. And just enjoying that wonderful stretch. Maybe pedaling out your feet here. And on the inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look at your hands. And exhale, just walk gently your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift again with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, look up, fill up, mountain pose. Exhale, right hand, left wrist, give it a tug. Inhale to center, look up, fill up. And then left hand, right wrist, give it a tug, exhale. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, palms through heart center, hinging at the hips, diving down. Inhale, lift with a flat back. And exhale, plant your hands, this time sending your right foot back. Drop your knee, runner's lunge on the left. And set up here so that you can come up, maybe place your wrists on your thigh, your left thigh, enjoying that right hip flexor stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe setting up for a little back bend here on the inhale. Exhale. And then send your hands aside of your left foot on either side and send that left foot back. And then drop your knees. so your knees are a little bit farther away from your hands, but not really a tabletop posture. You're kind of setting up for a yoga push-up here. So inhale, and exhale, take yourself all the way to the mat. Maybe touch your nose to the mat. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, nose to mat. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, nose to mat. Inhale to lift up, and then drop your feet and come all the way down to the mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders here. You're really pressing down your pelvis into the mat. Your tops of your feet are pressing into the mat. And on the inhale, you're coming up cobra pose. So you're peeling your chest and your belly button off the mat. Just stopping here. Inhale. And exhale, taking it all the way down. Inhale, taking it up. Peeling up. And exhale, taking it all the way down. Inhale, peeling up. Maybe a bit of a back bend, enjoying that lower back stretch. And exhale, back down to the mat. And then take your hands to your side here. So your palms are facing up. And on the inhale, lift everything but your pelvic bone. Inhale. And exhale, take it down. Inhale, really lifting. And exhale, taking it all the way down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Then place your hands back under your shoulders. Curl your toes under and come on up. Take your time through tabletop all the way up, sending your hips up high to downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, and exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, look up, fill up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lift with a flat back. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Send your left foot back. Send your right foot back and go all the way down to the mat. Inhale, come up, cobra posture. And exhale all the way back down to the mat. Inhale, curl your toes under, come up, maybe pausing in tabletop, but ultimately sending your hips all the way up for downward facing dog, releasing your heels to the mat. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, bend your knees and come all the way up for chair pose. So look down and ensure that you can see your toes, and then really create some space between your ears and your shoulders. So you're not like squeezing, you're really opening here, lifting while grounding into the mat with your feet. And it doesn't matter how far you go down, just feeling the stretch happening in your quads and your hamstrings, using your abs to stabilize you here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale, take it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, lift with a flat back. And exhale, plant your hands, send your left foot back, then your right foot back, and then scraping your body along the insides of your arms, take it down to the mat. Inhale, come up in cobra posture. And exhale, take it down to the mat. Inhale, curl your toes under. stopping for a beat maybe in tabletop, and then sending your hips up high, releasing your heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes and lift your right leg up high. And then see if you can release that left heel to the mat while pushing the mat away. Hips are squared, but you're feeling a great stretch there. And then on the exhale, take that right foot through between your hands. Turn your left foot on a 45-degree angle, so like it's a 10 o'clock if it were a clock hand. And then send your arms up high, warrior one. Breathing in, looking up. Exhaling, grounding down through they say the four corners of your feet. But just really feeling that sensation of grounding down through your feet while raising up through your fingertips, the crown of your head, creating space there. Breathing in, breathing out. See if you could sink a bit lower. And inhale, look up, fill up. Exhale, send your hands down to the mat. Turn your toes to face forward and send your right foot back for a high plank to floor. And inhale, cobra. Once again, peeling up. This is called a vinyasa, but it's kind of that flow piece of yoga. Exhale, taking it down to the mat. Inhale, curl your toes under. Maybe stopping for a beat in tabletop posture, but ultimately sending your hips up high, releasing your heels, pushing the mat away, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Big breath out. Inhale, come up on your tiptoes. Send that left leg up high, and then ground down with that right foot. Ensure that your hips are squared to the mat. Inhale to lift. And exhale, take that left foot through, place it between your hands. That right foot now is at 2 o'clock. And when you're ready, slowly make your way up for warrior one, on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Put your hands on your hips and turn them to ensure that your hips are parallel with the front of your mat. And again, maybe think about shrugging your shoulders once and then really opening up to feel the difference of creating that space, lifting up through the crown of the head, grounding down at the same time. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. And inhale once more, look up, fill up. And then taking your hands down to the mat on the exhale, sending that left foot back, scraping your body down the sides of your arms to the mat. Inhale, cobra, peeling up. First your chest, then your belly button, looking up, enjoying that stretch. And exhale, taking it down to the mat. Inhale, curling your toes under, stopping in tabletop posture. And then setting your hips up high and releasing your heels, downward facing dog. Now inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. This pose is also called monkey pose, and I think that's kind of a fun name. If you take your hands out, your fingertips a little farther, it's halfway lift. Inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, look up, fill up, mountain pose. Exhale, dive, hinging at the hips, forward fold. This time, bend your knees and put your feet together so that your toes, your big toes are touching, your knees are touching, and then you're just increasing that bend in your knees, sending your arms up high, chair pose. Breathing in, breathing out, sinking low. Inhale to lift, and exhale, bring your palms to heart center and take it down to the Take your hands down to the mat for a forward fold. Breathe in, lift with a flat back, monkey pose. Exhale, plant your hands, send your feet back. Scraping your body down to the mat. And on the inhale, you're getting to know this now. Peel your chest, peel your belly button, cobra. Exhale, taking it down. Inhale, curling your toes under, stopping for a beat. In tabletop, and then sending your hips up high. Downward facing dog. Inhale, setting that right leg up high, and then driving that left heel. Setting that right foot through. Find your warrior one, come on up. Inhale deeply, exhale, sink. Inhale, exhale, see if you could clasp your hands behind your back. And then on the inhale, come up to a back bend, looking at the ceiling if you can. Inhale, exhale, fold. Now, humble warrior, you can come right here. Doesn't matter how far you fold. If you can take it all the way down, then do it. But just watch that that right hip isn't jutting out too far. Wherever your humble warrior is. It's kind of a balance pose here. Inhale, exhale. One more big breath in, and then undo that bind and take it back up, warrior one. And then take your hands down to your hips and that right foot back, high plank to mat. Inhale, peeling up, cobra pose. Exhale, taking your belly all the way down to the mat. And inhale, curling your toes under, stopping for a beat in tabletop. And then sending your hips up high, releasing your heels, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, that left leg lifts up high, and then bringing that right heel down. Setting that left foot through. Find warrior one on your left side. Breathing in, breathing out, sinking low. Inhale, exhale, bringing your hands around to your back. Inhale, back bend, breathe in, and exhale, humble warrior, wherever you land. Just watch that left hip that it's not jutting out. And bow. Undo that bind. And find warrior one once again on the left side. Big breath in. And then exhale. Take your hands to the mat. Take that left foot back. High plank. Stay here for a moment in high plank. Drop your knees. Maybe lift your toes. Inhale. Exhale, come on down for a push-up. Knee to nose to mat. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, nose to mat. Use your abs here. Inhale, take it up. And then return your toes. Curl your toes under. Big breath in. And then just scraping your body along the sides of your arms. Take it to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Peel your chest, your belly button, look up or look forward, and exhale, return to the mat. Inhale, curl your toes under, stop in tabletop posture. And then send your hips up high, use your abs here, up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. So inhale now, raise your heels, look at your hands, bend your knees deeply, and you can step, or if you want to try to hop to the front of your mat, go ahead. Float just as long as you get there. Inhale, lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, look up, fill up. And then bring your palms through heart center. Pretend like all of our weight is on our left side. So our left foot is actually growing roots into the ground. We're so solid on that left side that we can bring the right foot up. So maybe this is where we'll stop, like a kickstand. Maybe you can bring that right foot to your left shin by lifting up through the crown of the head. And you're finding that point across the room that's not moving, and you're really focusing on that point, that visual point of reference. If you're good with the shin, maybe bring your right foot up to your inner thigh. Now your thigh is pushing against the inside of your foot as much as your foot is pressing against that thigh. And stay here. Wherever your tree is, breathe in it. So inhaling, exhaling, be strong. You can actually raise your arms up for branches. I'm falling a little bit. Woo! Just like the wind moves the branches. So we are moved, but we do not fall. Sometimes we fall, and then we get back up. So breathing in, breathing out. And then we'll let go of that side. Inhale, look up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift with a flat back. Exhale, one more time, fold. And come all the way up, mountain pose. This time we're going to transfer all of our weight into our right side. So when we're ready and solid, we can lift our left foot. Now we can kickstand. We can take it to our shin. Or perhaps we could take it all the way up. Wherever you are, you're still getting the benefits of tree pose. You still want to challenge your body to continually try to create a balance by using your abs. We're being lifted up through the crown of the head while we're grounded through our right foot. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, send your arms out. And then undo that. Hands together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, send your left foot back, then your right foot back, high plank pose. Scrape your body all the way down. And inhale, come up. First your chest, then your belly button, cobra. And then taking yourself back down to the mat. Pike posture. Bring that right ankle to meet the left knee. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, take that left elbow on the side of that right knee and twist. Breathing, twisting. And inhale, arms come up, switch legs. Exhale, take that right elbow this time on the side of the left knee, twist. And inhale to center, lift up, fill up, and exhale once more, forward fold over your legs just for a beat. Inhale, bringing your knees to a bend here, holding onto the back of your thighs, scooping out your abs and coming down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. Forehead to knees, give yourself a squeeze. And then cross your ankles and come up to a seated position. Now this is the place where you can do a resting pose. You can just spend some time, shut me off, listen to your music, and just in gratitude and prayer, however that looks for you. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for the strength in our bodies, the breath in our lungs, for the blessings that you give to us, and help us to see your goodness in all things and love each other more. Amen. Thanks so much, you guys. God bless you.